No, this is not a repeat story. This is not an error. This is another one of these UFOs that has been shot down, this time over Canada by Canada in conjunction with the US. Of course, yesterday we learned that the US military shot down an unidentified object 60,000 feet above Alaska that posed a flight to civilian posed a risk to civilian flight, and we haven't gotten that much detail about it besides what we had already previously known and assumed. But now we have another one of these stories just breaking under half an hour ago that Canada and along with the US have shot down another one of these objects that was flying over uh, Canada, Justin Trudeau this time being the one who ordered to get shot down, which obviously makes sense as the leader of Canada, saying, quote, I ordered the takedown of an unidentified object that violated Canadian airspace. NORAD commands shot it down over the Yukon. Canadian and U.S. aircraft were scrambled, and a U.S. F-22 successfully fired at the object. Uh, this is something that was done by both countries since over the Yukon area. That's kind of where Alaska is, but over the Canadian airspace, like the British Columbia area, somewhere around there. Canada will lead the charge to recover whatever the thing was that got shot down over the sky. NORAD earlier saying that they were monitoring this object, another one of these vaguely described high altitude airborne objects. We don't know whether this was related to the spy balloon or whether this was related to yesterday or whether all three are connected or only two. Seems very unlikely that they're all independent, but there's also a possibility at least in theory, and it's just another one of these stories that we hoped would one never happen and two go away after the Chinese spy balloon one, but there's been a lot of panic going around because of these things. A lot of people coming out with hot takes saying, "Oh, this is a sign of a larger conflict that might be imminent." Others saying, "Well, it's just these things happen all the time, and they're just starting to notice them and take action." And whatever it is, it's certainly not good, and it's destabilizing to have these objects flying over uh, the U.S. and Canada airspace all the time. So let's just hope that there is no bigger escalation off of this, and hopefully we'll be able to find out who sent these two objects and what their purpose were. Maybe it was China, maybe it was Russia, maybe it was some other bad actor, but another story that came out of left field, seemingly, and is a continuation of this very discouraging trend of these flying objects that are hostile towards the US and Canada flying over the airspaces of those two countries.